This is a special news report hosted by Andy Pollock.
All right, good evening, everyone. Andy's Randomness here, coming to you with breaking news tonight from Manhattan. We have received word tonight that an out-of-control van ran over 7 people. Unfortunately, I have to report that there is a fatality with this incident. This incident took place tonight in Chinatown at Canal and Allen Streets. So I'm going to make sure I Google Maps so you all can see it in a couple of minutes as I'm going to organize everything for you tonight so you all can get an idea of this area. So here we go. Now we will go to the Pix 11 article that was just posted a few minutes ago, and we have an update from WABC TV reporter Josh Einiger. So now we're going to take a look at this article together. This, and there we go. So unfortunately, as I just mentioned, a pedestrian, organize this, there we go. Pedestrian has been killed. Several others were injured when a driver lost control of a van while trying to parallel park. So this incident took place at Canal and 4th Street. Well, and the 7 people were hit. An NYPD spokesperson said, we do not know the person who was killed. I'm sure there's going to be a report on it tonight on the local media stations. I'm sure there will be. I'm sure Josh Einiger, who gave out the latest information regarding this story, we'll pull it up and we'll zoom in so you all can see it on mobile phone. So, a source, the driver was apparently trying to parallel park, but he hit the wrong pedal, and this was unintentional. So, this was probably just an accident. I mean, it looks like an accident from what this tweet is indicating, that just an awful accident, nothing that was meant to be. The driver was just trying to parallel park, and all of a sudden you hit the wrong pedal by accident, and probably, from what I'm going to speculate, was that the driver probably the driver, when he or she was trying to parallel park, it happens on most occasions where you're in reverse, you shift the drive, and all of a sudden you hit the pedal, and unfortunately that's what happened in this situation. Or the opposite happened, driver was in drive, meant to put it in reverse, and all of a sudden there'll probably be more information on the news today. 1010 Wins is doing anything about radio. Any information at 1010 Wins is reporting about this.
At 7:14 a.m. and 5:15 p.m. for your chance to win. Tickets to see the Rolling Stones from your favorite all-new station, 1010 Wins.
All right, I have 1010 Wins on right now, but this is the area where the incident unfortunately took place.
And here's what's happening. One person is dead, a half dozen others have been hospitalized after a vehicle slammed into pedestrians in Chinatown tonight.
All right, that's good news. 1010 Wins. We'll do a story about this in a couple minutes, so I'll be able to get you the latest information regarding this. So this is where the incident unfortunately took place. We're going to try to get 1010 Wins on the iTunes stream in a couple minutes, so I just wanted to get a live view of the 1010 Wins stream right now. I will switch over to the simulcast of 1010 Wins in a couple minutes so you all can get an update from this incident. But again, if you're just joining us, yes, an unfortunate incident has taken place tonight You are looking at it on your screen right now at Canal and 4th Street in Chinatown, where apparently a van has accidentally ran over 7 people. Unfortunately, we have a fatality and 6 other people were hit by this van.
Terrible situation, Lower East Side of town. You got an ongoing accident investigation, to say the least, right near Canal Street and Allen Street. Multiple closures. You can still use the inbound upper level of the Manhattan Bridge, but they're going to keep you away from Canal Street and force you what looks like onto Christie Street. If you want to get where you're going, go for the Brooklyn Bridge, go for the Williamsburg instead.
This is Houston. The Texans play Tennessee. Rangers, Devils, and
all right, we'll now join WINS right now. Here we go, everyone.
Stock sharply higher. The Dow gained 354. Apple is lower in late trading after President Trump mentioned tariffs on iPhones from China.
WINS News Time 7:41. Time for traffic and transit. Here's Greg Rice.
Now, the big stories you've been hearing on 1010 WINS, this terrible situation, Lower East Side of town. You got an ongoing accident investigation, to say the least, right near Canal Street and Allen Street. Multiple closures. You can still use the inbound upper level of the Manhattan Bridge, but they're going to keep you away from Canal Street and force you what looks like onto Christie Street. If you want to get where you're going, go for the Brooklyn Bridge, go for the Williamsburg instead. They remain better. BQE westbound slow after Atlantic Avenue with flooding. Same story eastbound.
All right, so we're going to keep 1010 WINS on in the background for just a second until I can get you information. And I do apologize about the echoing, everyone. It looks like Matt Camper has just gone live right now with this. I encourage the Matt Camper people to please stay here for a couple minutes, and you can check out Matt's channel, because I'm going to be able to get you a live stream at 1010 WINS right now to get you the information. So here we go.
WINS News Time 7:42. At least one person is dead. 6 others have been hospitalized after a vehicle struck pedestrians in Chinatown. EMS says 2 of those rushed to the hospital are in critical condition. It happened around 7 p.m. near the entrance to the Manhattan Bridge, up near Canal and Allen Streets. That's where a driver, apparently attempting to park a van, went into reverse and struck a fruit stand. That's according to police. The pedestrians were hit as the driver backed up. Details remain a little sketchy at this hour. 1010 WINS reporter Carol Dioria is heading to the scene, and we'll have a report coming up shortly. WINS News Time 7:43. It was one soggy day.
All right, so again, if you are in the area right now, please, I encourage you, get to a radio, put on WINS. They will give you the latest updates. Hopefully, the next 10 minutes, Greg Rice will be back on the air with another traffic report. I'm assuming WCBS 880 is picking this up as well. So that is some interesting news on that front. We're going to try to attempt to join Matt Camper's feed in just a second. So we may try to simulcast him in just a second if we can get to his feed. Here we go.
A driver while house intentional in any way, shape, or form. This is not intentional in any way, shape, or form. At the scene, that is very important information too. That leads me to believe it obviously is not in any way, as I said just a second ago, intentional. This is not in any way. I don't think this is criminality. This just happens to be a freak accident. The driver was trying to parallel park, probably didn't know how to parallel park, and hit something and hurt, and hit people. Taken to
All right, we are having trouble with Matt Camper's feed right now, but I can look up this information on the ABC7 website. So let's pull it up right now. And in the meantime, as I said, I will try to get you the latest traffic information from WCBS in about 2 minutes. So I'll put on WCBS News Radio 880, if I can find it here on iTunes Radio. If I can find it. All right, so they're talking about the marijuana story. So I have it on the background, so I'll be able to tune it up and switch to the get to my soundboard. And oh, here we go.
Chinatown happened just before 7 p.m. on Canal Street at Forsyth Avenue. Police tell us the driver of the work van was trying to parallel park, but instead hit the gas instead of the brake and barreled into the pedestrians on the sidewalk. 5 victims who survived were taken to Bellevue, 2 in critical condition, 2 others suffered minor injuries. Stay with us as we continue to gather up some more information on this. Now it's 7:46. The best things in life are authorities in Suffolk County.
All right, so we're going to wait for WCBS to do a traffic report. But looks like I will get you the images from Citizen App in a couple minutes, and we'll take a look at them together. Because, again, I'm not going to be able to simulcast Matt Camper's feed because, once again, Matt's feed, I don't know why I can't simulcast, but... Okay. That's better. Now I can keep it in the background. Okay, so here's what we know right now. The driver did remain on the scene, and WCBS 880 has reported that, again, every outlet is reporting this. This is the same information I'm getting you. Injured pedestrians taken to Bellevue with injuries ranging from serious to critical, and police are going to investigate this accident. Looks like Matt Camper is live right now on Periscope. Try to see if he's live. Oh, never mind. Gilbert Gottfried's live right now on Periscope. Never mind that. Disregard. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it, but it's funny to do his voice sometimes. This is a serious situation. We're going to try to get you some pictures from the scene. All right, so trying to get you something from here. We do have pictures. This looks like a truck.
Together, starting with Kelly Dillon.
And Steve, we're going to start this time with the Connecticut Turnpike on the northbound side now in Stamford, approaching exit 8. We're dealing with a new accident. This one in the left lane. Delays. We're back to exit 7. Farther north, approaching exit 27 in Bridgeport. Still have a crash there in the right lane, slowing things up a bit. Merritt Parkway is moving a bit better, so that is the better option tonight. Westbound Route 3 in New Jersey, bumper to bumper, approaching the Garden State Parkway in Clifton, where we have flooding currently blocking the right and center lanes. These delays stretching all the way back to Route 17. Now, really jamming up right now, so definitely try and skip that spot. And on the Deacon, good and bad news. First, we'll start with the bad news. That crash on the northbound side by Van Cortlandt Park, still blocking 2 lanes, still jamming things up all the way back to the RFK, but the one southbound by Van Cortlandt, all cleared up. So southbound delays are easing out. Our next traffic update in less than 10 minutes on WCBS.
Nothing from WCBS.
Speaking of easing out, what about this rain, Frank Strait? Is it on its way out?
Put on 10-10 wins.
Japan.
Unfortunately, Trump is speaking, but said these videos are just too hard to make out. I can't really get you any accurate images from the scene tonight. Let's see what we got. Yeah.
Costing nearly $400 billion since 2015. Wednesday's time, 7:50. NASA is back on Mars tonight. The spacecraft InSight touched down on the red planet.
Okay. So unfortunately, I can't get you situation. So, unfortunately, if you do need to be in this area tonight, the best thing I can recommend doing is taking the Brooklyn or the Williamsburg Bridge to get into this area. If you try coming directly from the Manhattan Bridge, you're not getting anywhere in this area tonight. And like I figured, the FDR Drive is clogged up because of this. So let's try to pull up some traffic in the area at the moment. Try to pull up a traffic report. Yeah, see, like I figured, the traffic's already bad as it is in that area. Okay, here we go.
Center here is Greg Rice.
Well, Lori, the big story remains the Lower East Side of town. You've got Canal Street over near Allen Street completely shut down in either direction because of this ongoing investigation. You can still use the inbound upper level of the Manhattan Bridge. They're going to force you on to Christie Street. If you go for the inbound Brooklyn Bridge or the Williamsburg Bridge, you'll have no issues getting where you're going. Eastbound Belton Queens loaded. Van Wyck over to Francis Lewis Boulevard. Deegan, a northbound standstill.
All right, so I'm going to leave the air in a couple minutes, but again, let's just see this area. So as you see here, what Greg is referring to is that they are detouring people away from Canal Street. That's what I can't confirm right now. Pretty much, you cannot get to Canal Street right now. Let's try to pull it back up on the map. Okay, here we go. Right now, if I am correct, hold this up for just a second. That's not Canal Street. Yes, they are detouring people onto Christie Street. Right. Like I figured. So, we're probably going to get more answers, hopefully later tonight. But if you are, again, joining, we have an unfortunate incident tonight. An out-of-control van trying to parallel park, struck and killed 7 people. My bad. Struck 7 people, killed 1 person. Multiple people were injured. Once again, we're not going to know anything until later tonight if the situation rectifies itself, which it is because the driver did remain on the scene, so we are going to get answers. Hopefully there will be a police investigation and the police will do their job. And the ironic thing was with this incident, and this is the last point I want to make, is that this happened right by the first police precinct in New York City in Lower Manhattan. This is going to make it easier, that's for sure, but that's where I'm going to wrap it up. There's no need to be on the air much longer. I've done all I can for now. Hopefully, again, you will get answers later tonight. I'm hoping there'll be answers later tonight because if there's not, I don't know what to say other than that. So, it's going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching. Until the next one, take care.